Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. It is baseball season. That's why I got my Red Sox cap on. I got 3 kids that play ball, which means I am at the ball field almost every night, it seems like. So it's a really great time to not only get some fresh air, watch my kids play, but also catch up on my knitting projects. So this is my on-the-go knitting bag, and this is by Creative Options, who is a sponsor of today's video. And I'm going to show you what makes this bag so fabulous, and also I'm going to show you the projects that I bring to knit on the go, why I choose the ones that I do, and all the supplies that I have in this bag. So why don't I empty this bag out, and we can put everything back in together, and I'll show you exactly what I bring. Here is what the bag looks like empty. It's a gorgeous teal and gray bag, nice big inner pocket, but it's not too deep, so it's easy to get to everything that you have. And it's got some mesh pockets on the end, which is great for if you have smaller things that you're afraid you might want to lose. Well, the first thing that I'm going to put in my bag would be the largest things, and that would be these knitting looms. And I like these because you don't have to think a lot about loom projects. Once you get them going, you can just kind of work as you watch, and it's also a really good beginner project. So if you have children that aren't playing, that are kind of watching the game with you, it's a wonderful way to keep them from getting bored and introduce them to a new hobby. So I'm going to put these right in here, right along the back side of my bag, and then I'm going to put in a few balls of worsted weight yarn and also some thicker yarn, because I like to twist like 2 strands together when I work on a loom so that I get a nice thick coat of fabric, you know, so you make nice thick fabric there. The other yarn that I like to bring is this sachet, because you can make those really fun ruffle scarves. And I know for those of you that knit, they're probably totally over the ruffle scarf movement, but for a beginner, it's so gratifying to be able to make a scarf so quickly. That's why for needles, I like to bring my bamboo needles, because they're less slippery when you're working with that sachet yarn. And again, I'm doing quick projects that I can make as gifts or craft fair items or teach beginners, so I like to have these on hand. And this is the needle case by Creative Options, and it coordinates with the bag. Just tuck in the flap to close it, and then I'd stick that right in the main body of the bag. You can either lay it flat, it'll fit that way, but I like to be able to just kind of look and grab and reach in, so I would have it kind of sticking up just like that. I'm gonna twist that around. Okay, the other thing that I always have is lotion. I'm just going to put that right in there, because sometimes your hands get snaggy when you're knitting and you want to make sure they're nice and smooth. Now, I used to have a more kind of deeper and stouter bag for my accessories, but when I saw this, I thought this is perfect because it's shallow and I can see everything I have, but it is wide enough that I can put a pair of scissors in there. So I have my scissors, my stitch markers, my yarn needles, a couple crochet hooks in case I drop a stitch, and just all the basics that I have with me whenever I'm doing any sort of project. So whether I'm on the go or not, this bag, I want to have it so I can grab it for whatever project I'm going to work on, whether I'm at home or away. So I keep this right on the outside mesh pocket because I'll use this with every project I do. So I want to make sure that it's super duper handy. Now, my kids, my daughters, love to knit, and if they're with me watching my son play, they might get a little bored, so I'll put their projects in here too. If they ever see me knitting, they always ask if they can work on something, so by keeping their current projects with me, then they can work on theirs and I can work on mine, so it's very convenient, because otherwise you have to kind of think of something for them to make. So what I'm doing here, there's these little straps right here on the edge for needles. I'm going to put them right in here, and then the ball, since it's just a little small bit, I'm going to stick it there. You could stick it on the inside of the bag too, but these are just some little scarves they've been puttering away on, so I'm just going to put them in like that. And I'll put this tail right in here too, and if the scarf is long enough, you can actually either tuck it right into the pocket below the needles or right into that pocket there. So it just kind of keeps everything out of the way. And I always recommend that if you're going to be at the ball field, because games can go a long time, make sure you have water and snacks. And I'll probably have quite a few little snacks in here for my kids while we watch the game. I hope this video helped you organize your thoughts about what you need to bring if you want to do some knitting on the go this summer. You can use whatever bag you have at home. You may have something similar to this, but if you want this one, it's by Creative Options, and I'll put a link in the video description so you can find it for yourself. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, happy crafting. Buy me some peanuts or Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me root for the home team.